Good morning, Flagler County, and welcome to Veterans on Point, a WNCF radio show developed in mind for our county's beloved and respected veterans population and anyone else listening via internet or podcast. I'm your host, David Lydon, the Flagler County Veteran Services Officer. And naturally, again, I am here with my friend and colleague at the office, Eric Flores. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dave, and good morning to all our listeners and viewers in YouTube, and hoping that everybody's doing well health-wise and enjoying the weather, enjoying everything life have to offer.
If you're lucky enough to live in Flagler County, you're lucky enough. Eric and I are your Flagler County Veterans Services Officers, and we are at 1769 East Moody Boulevard in Bunnell. Room 108, that's the Government Services Building. Our phone number is 386-313-4014. We're there to help our veterans and family members with VA benefits and much more. We can help out with the Defense Finance Accounting Service paperwork. We can help out with registering your login.gov so that you can get into your VA website, your account, and much, much more. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you will see that we have a gentleman here in the studio with us, and I use that term lightly, gentlemen. It is Talking Tom. Talking Tom is a U.S. Navy veteran and a United States Air Force retiree. He's been on the show many times. I don't know if he's been on since we've gone to video, but now you see what Tom looks like. Pretty young-looking guy for his age, huh?
Actually, my age is the bicentennial age, to give you an idea what it is. And
well, he's got rid of no Santa Claus beard right now, but
no, my rider's name is Santa, and come the middle of September, I'll be growing back my beard.
So when you say riders, you mean you're a member of the VFW Riders?
That's exactly right. I'm a member of the VFW Riders, and I'm glad that I did join. We've been doing a lot together, and I'll be talking about that as the show goes on.
Good morning, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Eric.
Hey, yeah, I don't know, Dave, if for our viewers, if they can click when they watch our show, they can click the like button. But if it lets you do it, please do it so we can share our videos with a lot of people out there.
Good idea. All right, so we do have our loyal listeners, and that's so. Of course, the leader is still Billy Jones, who loyally listens and gives me feedback. And Billy's been busy working on the Veterans Day Parade, putting some pieces, or not the parade, but actually our ceremony, putting some pieces into place for us. He's always thinking, always. He's ever ready. So
Billy, good morning, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Yes, sir.
He's up there living at San Cyr now, and there is a singer, somebody who works for San Cyr, but used to, well, I guess she's still a singer, but used to actually tour with a big band, and he asked her if she'd sing, and apparently she said yes. So we'll give you more information on that as the months come on.
Awesome.
So I'm excited about that.
Good.
But also we have on our list Master Chief Dan and his wife Kay. And
morning, shipmate.
Eric and I attended their 50th wedding anniversary party at San Cyr.
It was great.
It was great.
They were very, very happy.
They're doing pretty good.
They're doing great.
San Cyr is we keep talking about that, but I've grown to really like that place. I mean, they take care. They're very veteran friendly.
Yes, they are.
And
they have a great staff.
They have a great staff who are there on their day off, taking, organizing the anniversary. And so that was Nicole. Nicole is the activities director there. And so
she's great.
I think we may have Nicole on the program here in a week or so talking about the what's the trip they call up going up to D.C.
The annual fly
they take veterans up to look at the monuments in D.C. and she's organized that for San Cyr, and so
she organized that one and the other one that when they brought the planes last year here in the county.
Right. Yep. They had a biplane that gave veterans a flight around Flagler County down to the beach and stuff like that. So really neat. So and then Jeff Kingdon, who he's our woodworker pal. Everybody knows Jeff. He's been co-host on here, and he has been. He also spends some time at San Cyr. He goes there and on behalf of Halifax and does briefings for the veterans. And so, Jeff, thanks for doing that.
Thank you, sir.
And, of course, on the list, Talking Tom. Tom stays in contact with us, and he's here today. So we'll hear from Tom and what the VFW is up to in a little bit in our show here. And Charlie Hanger, of course, he's always a loyal listener, and his wife, Jenny.
Morning, guys.
And see who's been in touch with us on a regular basis lately. So we'll go James the Mail Maid and Bicycle Frank.
I saw him again. He's riding a bike now.
He's back on two wheels.
Back in two wheels.
Not bad for a man in his mid-80s who's been run over a couple times. So.
Yes.
God bless you, Frank. Bicycle Frank.
Indeed.
Then we got a couple other Franks, like Frank Sr. and Frank Jr. And Frankie Jr., you've donated some challenge coins to hand out to veterans, and I've been doing that. And so thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
And I think that's it for today. Well, I've been told maybe keep that list down a little bit so we can get on with the show. So Massage by Natalie. So it's Massage by Natalie and Company. They are sponsors of podcasts here on WNZF. And as I mentioned, one of our loyal listeners actually went to see them a few weeks ago and was very happy with the results. So Massage by Natalie and Company, they are at 4871 Palm Coast Parkway Northwest, Suite number 1. Phone number 386-227-7499. If you need a massage.
If you're achy or breaky like me.
Look them up.
Yes.
And so, Tom, as you know here, you listen a lot. We like to talk about our history here. And so we're on our 28th U.S. president that we're going to profile. And of course, our presidents are our commander-in-chief. There's the tie-in with veterans on point. And so this week, our 28th president of the United States is Thomas Woodrow Wilson, who served from 1913 to 1921, leading the nation through World War I and shaping modern American progressivism. Born in 1856 in Staunton, Virginia, Wilson grew up in the South during the Civil War, an experience that profoundly influenced his views on national unity. A lesser-known fact is that Wilson was dyslexic, struggling with reading as a child and not mastering it until his teens. This challenge fostered his remarkable determination, leading him to become a scholar, earning a Ph.D. from Johns Hopkins University, the only U.S. president with a doctorate. Before politics, Wilson was an academic, serving as president of Princeton University from 1902 to 1910. His reforms there, likely restructuring the curriculum and emphasizing perceptorial teaching, were groundbreaking but controversial, hinting at his later tenacity in politics. A quirky detail, Wilson was an avid baseball fan, once coaching Princeton's team. As president, Wilson's legacy is complex. He championed the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, creating a centralized banking system still in place today, and pushed progressive reforms like the Clayton Antitrust Act to curb corporate monopolies. Yet his administration took a dark turn with racial policies. Wilson, a Southerner with Confederate sympathies, resegregated federal agencies, reversing integration gains, a move even some contemporaries criticized. Less known is his personal life's drama. After his first wife died in 1914, Wilson remarried in 1915 to Edith Bowling Galt, who later tightly controlled access to him after his 1919 stroke, earning her the nickname First Lady Regent. Wilson's international vision was bold but flawed. His 14-point speech in 1918 outlined a post-World War I world order, emphasizing a self-determination and the League of Nations. However, his stubborn idealism clashed with Congress, which rejected the League, isolating the U.S. globally. A peculiar tidbit, Wilson kept a flock of sheep on the White House lawn to graze and raise wool for the war effort, a quirky symbol of his wartime frugality. His health collapsed during a 1919 speaking tour, and his final years in office were marred by incapacity, with Edith effectively managing his presidency. Wilson's contradictions progressive, reformer, racial regressive, and idealistic dreamer make him a fascinating figure. His love for limericks, often penned to lighten cabinet meetings, and his habit of riding bicycles for exercise add a human touch to a man often remembered for his stern demeanor. Wilson's impact endures from the Federal Reserve to the seeds of global diplomacy, but his failures, especially on race and health, remind us of the complexities behind the presidential seal. So, again, I learned something.
I did too.
So, like our last administration, who sounds like with Wilson, where he was incapacitated, not in his best health, and his presidency was managed by his first lady.
That happened.
Sounds very similar.
Sound like the last one, and maybe this one, and maybe the next one. So the point is, it have happened before.
Yeah.
So it's not new. And one thing I didn't learn from this one. Well, I learned that he was a scholar, but they're human. Presidents are human, and they'll do a lot of great things, but they have flaws too as a human being.
They're imperfect, just like all of us.
Exactly. So we need to
just like
think
all of
about
us.
that.
Yep.
Yes.
So here's a quote of Woodrow Wilson's on leadership and change. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. Well, you're laughing like you're a member of the VFW or something.
That's true in everything.
That happened there a lot.
But it's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah,
It is
people
everywhere.
resist change.
Yeah, even in the military, every time you get a new change of command, people are
Yep.
kind of, I guess.
The new commander's got a different way of doing things, and people don't like it.
Yes, so it happens. It
happens.
happens in corporation. It happens everywhere.
All right, so let's shift gears and let me say that drivers, the DAV is seeking volunteer drivers to take veterans from their homes to their VA appointments. Those appointments can be at the VA clinic, at a VA medical center, community care network appointments that have been set up by the VA, or VA compensation and pension exams for service-connected disability claims. Phone number to call if you need a ride is 386-439-2122. Or if you want to learn how to volunteer, the same number, 386-439-2122. You don't need to use your own vehicle as a volunteer. The DAV does have VA vehicles for that purpose. You do need to be insurable, and you do need to have a physical by the VA. So contact local DAV, Chapter 86, at 27 Florida Park Drive, and find out how to volunteer. Veteran of the Year nominations are open until the end of September. If you want the information on the criteria, nomination instructions, give us a call, 386-313-4014, and we'll send it to you. The Flagler Veterans Day Parade is on November 11th, of course. That's a Tuesday this year. That's Veterans Day. It's going to be at 10 o'clock in Bunnell. Starts at the Coquina building down by US 1 and 100, and goes to about 3/4 of a mile to the Government Services building, where out front we will have our ceremony following the parade. And so register for the parade at FlaglerVeteransDayParade.com.
Don't wait until the last minute.
Don't wait till the last minute. And so just a couple of things in the news I wanted to mention, and we'll go over to see what Eric has, and then we'll get to Tom. All right. So the VA is reporting that they've had a record number of claims that they've decided this period since beginning of the year, with a reported 62% approval. We have seen their number of days down for average length of time that takes to do a claim, but also Eric and I have noticed a lot of mistakes being made by the VA. So, a little skeptical on the information, but that's what they're reporting. And then something I'm a big proponent of saving and investing, and there is legislation that's been introduced by Representative Jen Kiggins, from a Republican from Virginia, a former Navy pilot. And The legislation is called Financial Opportunities for Retirees and Warriors Advancing Retirement Development, or the Forward Act, which would let military retirees and veterans who are 100% disabled send a portion of their monthly benefits from the Department of Veterans Affairs to the Thrift Savings Plan. So they would have had to open it during their military service. And under the law now, veterans can keep their thrift savings plans that they started during military service and let it grow, but they can't contribute it to anymore to it. But this legislation would change that. And so I like that because the thrift savings plan is very low fee, and it actually brings you a pretty good return on your investment. So, and you can't, in some of the other places that you might go and put your investment money, not as good, not as inexpensive as TSP. So I like that.
Oh, I think it's a great piece of legislation, and hope you fly through.
I hope so too.
I think that will have bipartisan approval. I'm telling you, it's real.
Why
good.
not? Why not?
It's a really good legislation. It's a really good, a piece of law.
Eric, what do you got on your list over there to talk about?
Yeah, just to promote the Marine Corps League Detachment 876. They're hosting the Marine Corps, the 2025 Marine Corps Bowl, which is the 250th birthday bowl. And this is going to be on Saturday, November 8th, from 1700 to 2200. For those of you military, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And it's going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn, Palm Coast Town Center. So if you want to participate, please give Mrs. Werner a call at 386-237-9798. Again, 386-237-9798. Also, the American Legion is having their 5th annual charity golf tournament, and this is going to be on October 4th, pretty soon. And it's going to be at the Palm Harbor Golf Club from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Start at 7 a.m. with the registration. You can register that day if you want to. They have a shotgun at 9 a.m. and luncheon catered by Loopers at 1 p.m. So give them a call at 386-585-5302 if you want to participate in this one. And I won't talk about VFW stuff because we have the one and only
Talking
Tom here.
Yeah, I'll run down everything, that's for sure.
Well, Tom, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
Thanks
me, Dave.
for representing the VFW
It's
and
my pleasure.
bringing their information to our audience.
What I want the listeners to know is that the VFW Riders, they're about 5 years old this year. The motorcycle club has been visiting the nursing home and assisted living facilities for well over a year now. We had done that ourselves as a post when I was chaplain a few years back, and but they continue doing it, and they're doing an excellent job. We visited the Kingdom Care facility, which is a small facility in Palm Coast, and this coming month of September, we'll be going to the Grand Villa, which we have been to before, and we'll be visiting there. And what we do is that the riders come in on their motorcycles, and the veterans come out to greet them, and they really love that. The neighbors don't like it too much, but the members of the facility come out to greet them, and we always have a ceremony for the Quilt of Valor. And what we do is we do not pick the veteran. We let the facility decide which veteran is most deserving and they want to do it. But I told them, and this has been ongoing for years, that we want to do it for the older veteran. If we have World War II veterans and the Korean War veterans, give them priority because they're in their 90s and 100s. And we want to make sure that they get recognized and their family gets recognized. So we've been doing that. And we also have Red Shirt Fridays. They have luncheon with the riders. The riders again
That
do
means
that.
red is remember everyone deployed.
Exactly, everyone deployed, and that continues at the post. And every other Friday they have a karaoke night. They have entertainment and they have a karaoke singer at the post, and they have other events. And I see you have a flyer on one of them, and it's on the 12th of September. They have a country night at the post. And you want to just go into that, Dave, a little bit more, because I don't have.
Okay, well, the VFW Post 8696 is going to have country night, and as Tom said, it's on the 12th of September. The doors open at 5:30 p.m. The dinner goes from 6 to 7. The dance and show starts at 7. The donation per person is $30. There's 50-50 tickets going to be there. All profits are going to help support the VFW's building fund. On the menu that night, it's a country dinner buffet with baked chicken, country fried steak, mashed potatoes, vegetables, salad and dinner rolls. A cash bar will be available. And, of course, the VFW is at 47 Old Kings Road North in Palm Coast, 32137. And the phone number, 386-446-8696. So that's that.
You know, we try to get as much entertainment as we can into the post, and we look around and get different performers to give a variety to the public if they want to come and they can participate. This is not just for veterans, but the doors are open to the public and they're welcome to come too.
If you want to learn how to line dance, that's the place to go.
That's correct. They have line dancing there on a regular basis. The Queen of Hearts every Tuesday night at 7. Right now, the jackpot's up to $6,555.
Oh, man.
So it's growing, and the number of cards left are few, so it's going to be going soon. So get your chance in there, get drawn, and win the big jackpot. They have a high-stakes poker that same night. If you're interested in playing poker, they have high-stakes poker every Tuesday night at the post, too. The Guitars for Vets, which I think Earl Presley started.
Yep.
And they're meeting at the post on a regular basis. They're there pretty much every Monday. And they have students that they train. And I think it's a 10-week course. If you complete the course, you get a free guitar. And it's really a great program. It's relaxing, and it gives you something that you can do. And it's really pleasing to see these guys playing the guitar.
So it's
and
a 10-week course once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's great.
That's right, once a week.
So at the end of it, you should be playing like an expert.
A what?
Like an expert.
Well, I tell you what, some people really pick it up good. Others might take a little bit longer. I'm going to be starting it soon, and I'm a slow learner as far as it comes to music. So
Said it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert.
Oh, absolutely.
Not 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Takes a lot of practice, you know.
Another thing that we have at the post now, and that is that we have the Civil Air Patrol meeting there. And,
Oh, really?
And I got a
good.
soft spot for the Civil Air Patrol because I ran a squadron for 12 years. I was the commander of the Civil Air Patrol squadron up north.
Uh-huh.
And it's a good program for younger
Sure.
students, and you can learn to fly, and that's a great thing. If you're interested in seeing how it is to fly an airplane, they have a program where you get basic lessons. You get going into the plane and fly the plane. So come on out and see what that's about, and join the Civil Air Patrol.
So what you need to join the Civil Air Patrol?
Well, what do you need to do? You just need to contact the local chapter. I think the youngest you can be is 13 years old.
Okay.
13. And the oldest you can be is 18. So 13 to 18. Once you reach 18, if you still want to be part of the Civil Air Patrol, you have to be a senior member.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a cadet anymore.
Time to enlist then.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you get your Mitchell Award, you can. If you go in the service, they actually accept every branch of service or accepts that Mitchell Award except one. Do you know which service doesn't accept that?
Don't tell me it's the Navy.
No, Navy accepts it.
Okay.
Coast Guard,
No, Coast Guard accepts it.
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. The hard but Marine Corps will not accept that Mitchell Award. You wouldn't go in as an E3. You just go in as the basic,
Uh-huh.
an E1. But if
But
you
you
have
know-
that Mitchell, pop you up in the other service.
That is a great program. You know,
It is-
we
it
have
is a
a
great
lot of
program.
we have a lot of kids that they get done with school and they don't have anything to do and stuff like that. You know, that's a great program.
It gives
Well,
them-
I mean, if you're developing a good resume for college or for
Absolutely.
ROTC or for the service academies,
Absolutely.
that shows big time leadership. And
Yes.
so
Yeah,
and
that's good on your
teamwork,
resume. That's
Teamwork.
good on your resume. Absolutely.
Well, talking Tom, we're down below the 2-minute warning. So,
Well-
you have any final things you want to sneak
No,
in?
I just want to say thank you for what you do with this radio show and informing the veteran and public in general. And that come on down to the VFW. We are still open to the public. Come on down and help us celebrate.
Well, we're in our 47th year of broadcasting, so
Oh, that's awesome.
I think we're in our 8th or 7th. I can't remember.
And one last thing I want to say, I want to thank all the quilters. We have the sewing group that makes all these quilts of valor for us. Thank you very much for everything
They're
you
doing
do,
it.
ladies.
They're doing a great
And,
job. baby.
and
Thanks.
gentlemen, there's gentlemen that are actually in the organizations
All right.
for what you do.
Well, I got to let everybody know is that no country, no state, no community does more for veterans than the United States of America, the great and free state of Florida, the wonderful Flagler County, the lovely city of Palm Coast, and all of our beautiful beach cities. Be a victor, not a victim. Be educated, not indoctrinated. And most importantly, be kind to someone today or many someones. Eric, any final thoughts?
Thank you guys for watching or listening to our show, and I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you, Tom, for being here
Thanks
again.
for having me, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.